Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. My name is Ernest, and in this video I'm going to code and you're going to watch me code, and we're gonna have some fun and it's gonna be great. And let's start. I've decided not to use my computer, but I made like a virtual machine where we can start fresh. As you can see, there's like nothing in here, and I wanted to start this video a bit earlier, but the machine decided to restart itself. So here we are. We should actually use Microsoft Edge. I don't know how many times have I used this browser. I'm just maybe for testing my projects, but okay, thank you very much. No, what the hell? Okay, so we're going to use this browser. I accept. Okay. First things first. We need to download a software to code. And for that, I think Microsoft Visual Studio Code, or whatever the name is going to be our choice. And yep, I never used that, so it's gonna be interesting. You can learn with me. Microsoft Visual Studio Code. Okay. What? No. Yep, here it is, download. So let's go ahead and install Visual Code. All right. And I was thinking, I've seen like in tutorial videos they do this, like place the browser on the side, on one side, and like the code on the other side. I don't know if that's gonna work. So dark, yep, let's go. Okay, sure, I'm going to read everything. Yes, of course I'm going to. Yes, absolutely. I want to split edit. I don't know. I don't think that's something we need. It's done. What done? Oh, okay. Let's go. So, shall I place this here? All right. Oh, by the way, I didn't even mention what we're gonna do. We are going to make an incremental game. And you might be asking, what the hell is that? Well, good question. I don't know, but let's find out. Actually, I do know. A great incremental game is a cookie clicker. It's a game, basically, where you click. Let me open. And as you can see, we have a cookie. When we click it, we gain more cookies. And after clicking enough times, we can like buy things here. For example, a cursor. Buying a cursor makes us cookies passively. So we have more cookies. And the premise all of this game is to basically increase the number of cookies. There are like different takes, and there are different games. There are different mechanisms. Yes. So, but that's the basic. We click, we get, we click, and it goes all over, and you have achievements to make it faster and even faster and whatever, and you can basically waste your life on this, but I think it's a really good exercise. So what we're gonna do is not cookie clicker, because it's not something you can make in 5 minutes, nor 10 minutes, nor 5 days. So we're going to start simple. All right. So let's go ahead and make a new file. How do I make a new file? Text file. And what? Wow, what? I'm sorry, this is actually my first time using this editor, so I'm gonna have to Google a bit around. So, okay, let me make a new file. I'll make a text file. Okay, so select language or fill a template, open different, select language. We need HTML. We need an HTML. And how do does it like support pre-filling somehow? Hold on a second. Oh, this perfect. This is just what we wanted. And now we should like save it somewhere. So we're just gonna use the desktop. It's just all right. What are we going to call the game? Well, like electricity maker. How about that? There it is. And like this is going to be more in this HTML. document. I don't know if I can like change the font to something bigger. Hold on 1 second. Oh, I think I find it. Is this readable? Ah, I think this should be okay. Okay, this should be okay. So we need our index.html file. It's the basic of everything. So I should be able to open this in my browser. Okay, this is fine. I mean, whatever, always. It's an empty document, so it's actually working. Not so perfect, or maybe I can like, oh wow, this is wild. All right, let's make our button that we're gonna click and like increase a number. So let's make a, how this works, button. Okay, button. Shall we ID? Can we add an ID? What's a good ID? Let me think. Main button. There we go. And I think I have to like click. Let's just reload. There we go. We have the button. And also we should probably like add everything into a container. This is gonna be our container, and I'm gonna move this into the container. Here is a button. It does nothing because why would it do anything? Next step, we need the number. We could just like add it here now. It's gonna be a span. Maybe ID this one. This is a number. This is gonna be a number. It's gonna be ugly. Well, 0 watts. Fantastic. We made 0 watts. Now we need some controls to do something when we click this button. Maybe I should make this a bit bigger. So we should like create a style sheet. This style.css. Do we have this document? There we go. So we have a style sheet, body, font size, maybe just font size 2em. Should be bigger. No, it's not, because I probably, what did I do? Let me open my DevTools. Oh Jesus Christ, what's this? Where is the thing? And does it work? Oh, it doesn't work. Great. I don't have a root file, open a source file, visit to the content, sync changes. Oh, great. Now I don't need to do anything. It's gonna sync up. I have a feeling that this doesn't propagate. Yep, no, it doesn't work. I made a mistake. I would like to deeply apologize. This is href, not src. See? This is so many years and you just forget. This is how it is. Oh la la, it's already bigger, but I think I can use ems. There we go. Oh, it's just so great. Now let's close the console. Let's make it even bigger. Can I? Shall I? It doesn't seem to sync anymore because I think I closed the console. Okay, I have to have it open. Can I? Oh no, no, I can't, because it's inherent. And actually what happens here is my body font size is getting 3em, but the button font size is getting 3em in relation to the body, which is already 3em, so it's like 9. And if when I check it here, I think in the computed styles I should see, okay, that's like in pixels, but you see me, you hear me, you feel me. Maybe I can do like rem. It's a relative to the browser, so everything is the same. So we click, we make electricity, but we don't, because we haven't coded it yet. Now, okay, we have a style sheet, so let's make a script, Game.js, and like game, maybe do something like this. Okay, it's loaded. Perfect. Now we have to make a controller for this click button. Here, you click, you gain. To do that, we need an event listener, and that's really simple, but for the life of me, I can't remember a single line of code for that. Yep. So let's just start from the very bottom. Let game as a new object. I'm not gonna make a class because we are going to use like this one piece of this object, so it doesn't really matter. It's all right. It's gonna have a property, maybe start. We're gonna call this function whenever we want to start the game, every time we refresh the browser. If I do this, do an alert, it's not gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen. But if I do game.start, then this function actually executes and says hi. We should call this the initializer function. And in this function, we're gonna do everything in relation to starting the game. So what's first thing? We should like handle already that click. I'm gonna make a new function called init click handler and call this function within the start function. This, in this case, is the game object, and so we can like call this and it's executed. Simple as that. Now we need to choose our button, and I just honestly don't know. Main button. Yep. And with the query selector. No, I want add event listener. Oh wow, this is handy. We want the click. For now, it's an anonymous function. This is just perfect. Instead of taking the value from this number, we're just gonna store it internally. Value. Can we actually use value? It's like 0. Well, let's just use val. We can no longer use like this.val here because we're outside of the game scope. It's now we are in anonymous function scope, so it's not gonna work. What we're gonna do is bada bing bada boom. Either store the game reference. This is gonna be this, and so we can use like this here, or the game variable actually stores a reference, so just increase it. That doesn't do anything visually because we also need to update the value of the container here, of the number. Now get the thing, get the number, and change the inner HTML to the game.wall. And if all goes well, this may actually execute without, nope. Okay, we can do that. What's happening? Oh, that's not how it works. Oh, I know. This code executes in the header, see? And the body doesn't exist. We should like move the game.start into an event listener where the document is already loaded. So let's just try that. DOM content loaded. Yeah, I think it's gonna be okay. And I think, yeah. That's no. Let's just do this the right way, and like that. Bam. So it's no longer, I'm watching the console here, so I'm no longer seeing errors, which means that this executed, and when I click the button the first time, it should like work. Oh. See? So this is the first part. That's not that hard. What's the next? What's the next step? Like cookie clicker had like buildings. How did that work? How are we going to make it work? I don't know, but we will figure it out. First we need like something to add. And I'm thinking probably add like a hamster or something in the wheel thingy. So let's just do that. This is just not even just a bit important, but all right. This looks nice. Hamster. This section is gonna be called buildings. That's really not really buildings, but who cares? Maybe like this, and like images. What? Images. Oh, I need to click image. Right? No. Oh my god. Okay, whatever. And let's just see if this. Nope, of course not. Why would it work? What did I do? Where's the image? Jesus, I saved it to the wrong place. See, that's what I'm talking about. On these tutorials, they make it like click and this and that. You just save it in the wrong folder, man. Here's a hamster. Oh my god, it's huge. I'm just gonna make it like what? Like 64 pixels. Perfect. We will need also a counter, maybe the name, energy. Click to make energy. We're making energy. Perfect. All right, it's fine. It's fine. We can style it later. No, we're not gonna. This is hamster. We can make like a span. Let's make a span. Who cares? Hamster count 0. This is gonna be so ugly. Oh my god. Oh my god. We should do it like after the image. This is so professional, man. Perfect. But we also would like to know how much electricity does a hamster give you every second. You know what? I'm not even gonna bother. Okay. There you go. 1 watt a second. We have 0, and it does nothing. whatsoever. Now we can make it like super generic and awesome, or we can make it like a spaghetti and it's more fun. And I think we all know what we are gonna do. We're gonna make it a spaghetti and make it awesome. Now, back to the JavaScript. We already have the click handler, which I think I'm just gonna rename like init button handler. And we need like init building handlers. Later we can maybe separate it to multiple buildings, but we're not gonna do that. Let's make like buildings, the hamsters, and we're gonna have 0. Whenever we click like the hamster, I just don't care, and like make this hamster thing like pointer cursor so everyone knows what's up. Pointer, yep, hello. It should be a pointer. Am I stupid? No, where's the ID? Oh, I didn't save it. See? That's what I'm talking about. Tutorial videos doesn't show you these blunders. I'm just on common. This is the hamster, and on the click we increase the hamsters counter. Hamster count, come here baby, bing bong. So every time we click on the hamster, nothing will happen. Another blunder. Buildings is not defined. It's typical mistakes. So I want to access buildings within this event listener, but we are no longer in this scope, so I need to access it like that. It still doesn't work. Oh, see? What's next? Yeah, test it. Now we have 20 hamsters. They don't do anything. So it's gonna cost electricity to make hamsters, to make more electricity, which actually does make sense because everything is from energy, and Einstein would agree. What we came down to now is that we don't really have enough control because we don't know the cost, we don't know how much they make. But to make this a bit more interesting, I think we could store this information within the thingy, within the nodes. For that, we will use data attribute. So a single hamster will output like what? 1 watts. When the user clicks this hamster, first we need to check if is sufficient enough to get a hamster. So let's get the hamster cost. Is it this? Is it this? Yep, I think it is. Will it break? Yes, of course, because this is JavaScript and not PHP. All right, so it seems like we are doing something. If the game.val is greater or equals to the cost, we can allow the purchase of a hamster, and also we need to subtract the cost of the hamster from the value. See, nothing is happening, but if I click 10 times, I can buy a hamster. Okay, all right. The problem is we didn't reset this counter, which I think it should be another function like refresh. And in this function, we are going to refresh all possible values everywhere. So like maybe this one. So we take it and put it here, and we just call game.refresh. We can also do this to refresh the hamster values. Do a refresh here after the game value is changed, and it will refresh both the hamsters and both the value. So I'll make 10 and we have 1 hamster, and make 2 watts, and I can buy more. Look at that, we're bussing dudes, incredible. Now what we should do is like calculate the watts per second thing, which is another thing. For that we set this data set, and I think we could actually store it so it's not always bars, but I just really don't care about that. We're not gonna do that. So for that we need like a counter, so like a timeout function or an interval function, maybe like this init timer, maybe. Okay, init the tick, it's gonna be a 1 tick, 1 game tick, 1 per second. No, that's no init timer, and just cares? Timer is a function. So in this thing, gonna calculate how many things a second we have and just increase the number. And to do that, we're gonna be going through the buildings and like multiply that with the output value of the node. There is like a million ways to make it this much simpler, but we're just not gonna bother because that's not fun. To calculate the hamsters, what do? We could actually like loop over, but I just don't care. There's more than 0 hamsters. Then let's just get the hamster node and check the data set, whatever output and energy per second is 0. And let's just add the number of hamsters times this thing, which is the output value for each hamster. Energy per second is like greater than 0. Add this value to our energy, which is like, what's game.well, stupid variable, well plus equals energy per second. Just not even gonna check, it doesn't matter because we are 0 and who cares. And we do a refresh. Now what's missing here is the actual like timer. So we need to put everything set into an interval function where this, and we do it every second, like 1000 it's milliseconds, so we do it every second. Place this whole thingy into the this, and then we can no longer use this in here because we are in a function scope. So like that. Can you see that? I just noticed this has select folder. What? Can I open the folder? What? So let's just continue. Can I make this smaller? Oh my god, I should have done this a longer time ago. Maybe I can move this a bit, like, okay, because we have more space. So here's the code. We start an interval every second. We calculate how many things a second we have, and we just like add it to the value, and then there it is. And if all goes well, this is going to fail miserably, but it doesn't. Did I initialize it? Yes, perfect. Let's make energy. Let's buy a hamster. Yep, here it is. There is no data set on the hamster because this is wrong. Yep, it does, and I probably will have to make it an integer, but whatever. The number is growing because we have a hamster. But what if we buy more hamsters? No, this. We have now 12, 17 hamsters and making us bank as we speak. So, yep, that's it. Let me just admire my great work. I can't even keep up. All right, I'll be back. We surely do in life. So this is what it is. Well, anyways, thanks for watching the video. Leave a like and subscribe and whatever. And let me know in the comments below if you would like to see more of this, or like maybe I should do something else. I'm more than happy to read your suggestions. Hard day's work.